Hey, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you coming and joining me on this video. This is Dave with Crossbow Archer Outdoors, and today I wanted to do a comparison of a budget crossbow as compared to like a mid-range crossbow with a high-end crossbow. So I have three crossbows here. I have the Wicked Ridge Invader X4, I have 10-point Venom X, and then I have the Mission Sub 1. This was one of my original crossbows, killed deer with it. It shoots great. I have it as a backup. This 10-point Venom X I bought about a year ago. Love this crossbow, but this would be like a mid-range crossbow. I would say we're going to go over some things on it, and then the Mission Sub 1 would be a top-of-the-line crossbow. So what I want to do is I want to go over some of the differences between these crossbows, because there is a reason why this is less expensive than this, and this is less expensive than this one. And I want to point out some of the differences. If there's someone that's thinking about buying a crossbow, these are some of the things that you can consider when buying a crossbow, maybe your first one, or if you bought other crossbows before. But make sure you look at these things, and move the camera up over top of the crossbows so that you can see exactly what I'm pointing out. We'll start off with budget crossbow here, and some of the differences here. We'll start at the front and go to the back of the crossbow, and I'll go through these crossbows just to show you as I point out each thing. But the first thing you're going to notice is the riser, this part of the crossbow. Okay, the materials that they use on some of the budget crossbows would be cast material. Some of the older compounds had cast magnesium risers, and then when they started making stronger risers, they got into machined aluminum, and now they have some different metals, some magnesium alloys that are a lot stronger, and so they're making better materials. But some of the old technology, like this Wicked Ridge, are going to use a cast metal riser, and you may not have any problems with it, but it is less expensive to make a cast material than it is a machined riser. So that's one of the first things you'll see. Also, the limb pockets as well. They're a cast material. They're not machined aluminum. The cams, you'll see on some of the newer budget bows, the less expensive bows, there's even cast cams now. But it's just one of the things to note when you're looking at why is this bow less expensive than another bow. So some of that is the materials used. If you look at, that's the Wicked Ridge. If you look at the 10-point Venom X here, okay, this is why the 10-point Venom X is a little less expensive than some of their higher end crossbows. This is a cast material. This is not machined aluminum. You'll see their cams are still machined aluminum, of course. And if you notice, the limb pockets here on this 10-point Venom X are the same that's on the Wicked Ridge. But it's probably the same material. It's a cast material for the riser, which is a less expensive, which is why it costs less to make it. So if you go to the Mission here, you're going to see this riser is a lot beefier, and it's machined aluminum. Okay, the manufacturing process is more expensive on machined aluminum than it is on a cast riser, and so that's the reason for the expense, one of the reasons for the expense of a higher end crossbow. So as we go back, we'll go back to this less expensive crossbow here. The limbs, not sure about the limbs, what materials. I know Mission They have a process on their limbs that they don't let the cat out of the bag on. So, but they do take them through process, and I'm sure they do some proprietary things to those limbs. I'm sure there's some differences in the manufacturing of the limbs. The next thing you want to look at is the riser material. This is not machined aluminum. I am not exactly sure what that is. I'm sure it is less expensive to form one of these risers, which is an all one-piece riser. And so on less expensive bows, you'll see either the flight deck is just machined aluminum, or none of it is. And so, but not that they're not good, a good material, but it's not machined aluminum. That's the one reason why it's a less expensive bow. Another thing, the string stops here did not come on this crossbow. Thus, another reason why it was less expensive. I bought them and added it to help try to quiet it down a little bit. So this is older technology as well on this Wicked Ridge, and you'll see some of that to make a less expensive bow. The Venom X, you will see on the Venom X that this is a machined aluminum flight deck. Okay, which adds to the cost. The material that's used is machined aluminum, which is going to cost more than the budget bow. So that's part of the cost in this crossbow, which adds to the quality build and adds to the price. Okay, so the higher end crossbow, the Mission Sub 1, has an all aluminum flight deck. Everything is aluminum. In fact, I believe everything on this crossbow, except the parts that are added to it, the buttstock and the handle here and the grip, are like a rubber plastic. But the rest of it is all machined aluminum, even the limb pockets. So I said about the limb pockets before. These limb pockets are machined aluminum. They're not plastic. They're not cast. They're machined aluminum. So the whole riser is machined aluminum. It has a real good surface area. If you notice right in here how much surface area there is right here that meets the riser, slides into the rail or the stock, you'll notice how much contact there is there. So a lot more material involved in that. So that's a second area, okay? The third area that you get less expense and are right here on the cam. There's no bearings in this cam. It's just an axle that goes through the cam and has a sleeve and rotates on that sleeve. There's no bearings in that cam, okay, on the Wicked Ridge. If we go over to the 10 point here, this is, I believe, it looks like it's the exact same way. There's no bearing in that cam. There's just the axle goes through the cam and there's a sleeve, and you keep them greased, and so that's less expensive to do it that way. But if you'll notice on the Mission right here, there's a big sealed bearing in both cams, and the axle goes through the bearing. Just another reason why the difference in price and what is different about an inexpensive crossbow and a high-end crossbow. So as we come back, you'll notice on the trigger boxes here, this one, this trigger box, if it's metal on the inside, it's plastic on the outside. It does have this piece on the top feels like aluminum, and it has the metal spring steel arrow holder to it. Okay, but the trigger on this is less expensive. Is not as good of a trigger. Has a lot more travel in it. It's less expensive. Also, if you'll notice right here, this catch right here. This does not have an anti-dry fire. This has an I think they call it an inhibitor. Okay, it actually will fire without an arrow in there, and the string will catch. It'll travel probably, I don't know, almost an inch, about an inch, and the string will catch on that inhibitor. Another reason why it's cheaper. Okay, you can dry fire this crossbow. Pretty much literally, you can dry fire it. Okay, without an arrow in it. So that's one difference. This trigger box is all metal, even though I believe it's cast, and the rail is one piece, which is nice, and it has this bridge, which I really like this bridge. I think this is a great idea by 10 Point, and so this design is good. That is plastic, some sort of plastic, but it does its job. And but this is a cast. This is not, I don't believe that's machined aluminum. I believe that's a cast piece. The trigger box is all metal, and so and it has a technology of the trigger box that goes down. This hasn't. The arrow holder is a brush. This crossbow has a machined aluminum arrow holder here, and as you put your arrow under it, it comes up a little bit, and then the tension builds on that to hold that arrow down very securely. It is not coming out of there. Just a great design on the arrow holder, which costs more money. It's all machined aluminum. It's not plastic. It's not spring steel. It is a machined aluminum arrow holder arm. So again, another difference. So as we come back, this one we're pretty much done. This Wicked Ridge, there's no adjustable buttstock, no adjustable cheek piece, be lower in cost to manufacture that. So the same with the 10 Point Venom X. There's no adjustability in the stock. It's nice to have some adjustability in the stock, but that adds to the cost. The Mission Sub 1 has the decocking mechanism in it, which again you're gonna pay for. Okay, and again, all of this camo part, that's all aluminum. This has an adjustable buttstock. Here you can move this and adjust it, and when you tighten it and get it set, it is tight. There's no noise, no movement, and then you have your cheek piece, which is adjustable as well, which is going to add cost. Let's go over one other thing. Okay, we're talking about accessories. These string stops came on it, but they're plastic, okay? The Mission doesn't have string stops. So accessories. Let's start with the quiver, okay? This quiver is all plastic. The only metal part in that quiver are the screws, okay? Cheaper to make. The attachment is metal, the bracket, the rest of it's plastic, okay? The 10 Point Venom X, it's all plastic, but the metal screws, okay? Cheaper to make. The bracket, that is all plastic. There's no metal on that whatsoever, which it probably never have a problem with it, but it's plastic, okay? It's cheaper to make. We're going over the reasons why budget bows are budget bows and high-end bows cost more. So this quiver, this Mission quiver, the hood is plastic. The rest of it is machined aluminum. All of it. The bracket down here and the body is machined aluminum. The studs are machined aluminum. Just a quality built quiver, okay? It's going to cost more. Even the foam is pre-cut for several different broadhead configurations, fixed blade, expandables, all that. So really good quiver, which makes a difference in the cost. And then the bracket for the quiver, I don't have it on because I shoot competition with this, but it is all machined aluminum. It's a heavy piece, and the riser is cut out to accept this. It has a bracket that goes on here. It's machined aluminum, and it sits down in a detent in the riser. Let me go over one more thing. Not sure if I hit on this, but if you see the level right here, I did buy this. The XR comes with this on it, but this is a great built, engineered level for on a crossbow, and it's where it should be on the riser. And it, again, has a detent in the riser, like over here, that will not move. It's just not tightened down. It's a big old bolt in it, but it's machined aluminum. The level is a larger size than any of the other levels that I have seen, so it's easier to see, and it's out where your eye can focus on it. And it's just a well-built level. Everything on this crossbow is built well. These are some of the areas that make a crossbow more expensive. If you're looking to buy a crossbow, hopefully this will help you out. And I know there's some other things that go into the different quality and the different build and the pricing and all those things, you know, makes a difference. These two have 5-year warranties, and the Sub 1 has a lifetime warranty. I'm going to keep this crossbow for a long time. That's my plan. You can take this for what you will. I hopefully I helped you. If you're out to buy a new crossbow, you can kind of see these differences and see maybe the benefit of you want to get an inexpensive bow to start to see if you like it, or you just want to go high end because you know you already like it. It all depends on what you're doing. And so there's not a bad or a good. All of these crossbows have killed deer, except my Sub 1. I haven't hunted with it yet, but if I'd have had it, it would have killed deer. You know, they're all accomplished, and they're all accurate. They shoot well enough. Is this one as accurate as this one? Or is this one as fast as this one? No. Hopefully this has helped you out. And you can take this when you buy another crossbow and make an educated decision on what crossbow you want. Hey, thanks for coming to the channel, and we will see you on the next one. If you like the content, please subscribe, like, and share.